All right, hey guys, welcome to our team call. It is Wednesday, March 21st, and I lost the person that's hosting our call, so I bet she'll be back in just a moment. So tonight, Ashley is hosting our team call. There she is. She'll be hosting our call, but a couple quick announcements and things to go over. Sorry, my phone is going off, so that means my watch is going off. There is a coach sneak peek on Friday. I shouldn't have to remind you guys of these things. I've had a lot of people message me, when's the next coach sneak peek? And when's the next training? And blah. Everything's on the calendar and the cover photo on the team page, guys. Like literally anything you need, it's up there. And I'll announce if something gets canceled. So make sure you guys save that to your phone and you know the dates. Put them in your planners, put them in your phone, do what you got to do. So there's a sneak peek on Friday. Make sure you guys are inviting because it's on Friday. If you need added to the group, let me know. And then that way you can add your people into the group. It's the same Facebook group every other week. So if you're already in it, you can just add your people. There is 11 days left of the month. Is there 11 days? 10 days left of the month. I don't know how many days are in this month. So at least 10, maybe 9, one of the two, to Lock in Success Club. Huge shout out to Ashley Baerwald. She has 20 Success Club points, which is freaking amazing. Emily has locked it in. I'm almost positive. I don't have my things in front of me. Amber's locked it in at Success Club 8. My husband and I have locked it in. There may be one other person. I'm not 100% sure, but there is still time, guys. There's still time to get on the board. We had talked as a team earlier in the year that we were pushing for elite. And by pushing for elite, we need to be hitting Success Club. That's how you guys help make this goal happen. So make it happen. Still lots of time left of the month. And then also Autumn announced a thing in her 80-day obsession test group. She'll be running another group. It is not a test group though. It is a coach training sort of group. If you're in the 80-day obsession group, you might have already seen the post. If not, I'll go over it briefly. The only way to be in that group is by selling an 80-day obsession challenge pack this month. You will then get an automatic invite into the group. There will be prizes in the group. You can earn a one-on-one Zoom with Autumn. You and your challengers can earn a one-on-one Zoom with Autumn. You will not be allowed to post in the group. You will only be allowed to respond to her posts. They will give you lots of marketing ideas. Coaches will be going live in every single week to share how you can work this in your business. So this is a huge thing. And Autumn's doing it herself. Corporate doesn't make her do these things. Like she's doing it herself. So sell one bod, 80-day obsession challenge pack, you get an automatic invite. I mean, who wouldn't want to win a Zoom call with Autumn? I think that'd be pretty cool. So those are my announcements. And if you did not watch my live video today, make sure to watch my live video. So tonight, Ashley will be hosting our team call. She reached out to me last week. She's like, can I host a call? Absolutely. If you ever want to host a call, just reach out, guys, because I like it when I don't have to do that. Ashley has been a coach with us 3 years, Ashley? Three years. She started off as a discount coach. I hate that word. And for this exact reason, because she is now a working coach, all-in coach. After a little heart-to-heart last month, she is back in it and she's rocking it. She's at SC20. She has more Success Club points than me. Like, what the heck? Which I'm very proud of. And it makes me really happy. So she is going to be talking tonight. So I'm going to go ahead and hand it on over to you, Ashley. And you are unmuted.
Okay. Can everybody hear me? I've never done this. Okay. Okay. So yeah, like Ashley had mentioned, I reached out to her and I'm sure she was very surprised because she's probably very little heard my voice ever. I am not the person who is like all out there all the time. I used to be, but long story short, this is way outside of my comfort zone. So if I ramble, please forgive me because I am very nervous and I just had a cup of coffee. So that doesn't help at all. Okay. So Ashley had suggested that I talk to y'all about going all in and going all in that mindset. So I wanted to ask you first a couple questions that I just want you to think about as I'm talking. What does going all in mean to you? And if and when you do go all in, what could your life look like? So I just want you to keep that in the back of your mind. Sorry, Ashley mentioned me in her Instagram story. So just keep those questions in the back of your mind. I'm going to talk about 2 different versions of going all in your fitness journey and in your business. So first, what holds us back from going all in? From my experience, it was fear. Fear of being the wrong size for the business, fear of failure, and fear of being judged. Those were the big things that I had been and still do struggle with from time to time. So fear of being the wrong size for the business. When I first signed up, I was 200 pounds. I had been an athlete my entire life, but got married, moved to a different country, became a military wife, and like walking up the stairs, that was the most workout and exercise I had ever done. And then you see all of the top coaches of beach blonde bombshells, like 130 pound. And I'm like, oh my gosh, there's no freaking way that I could ever do anything like that. Like, I mean, it was just all in my head. And I was just thinking that that's not going to happen. But you know what? People want to see real. People want to see your struggle. If you're a mom, people want to see that your kid is on the floor, screaming, crying, throwing a tantrum, but you're still committed to getting that workout done. I'm a dog mom. People want to see my dogs licking my face, jumping on me as I'm trying to get my workout done during the day. People want to see that, you know, from time to time we have cheat meals. People want to see that we're real and authentic. I don't know about y'all, but when I'm scrolling through Instagram and I'm seeing these fitness models that look perfect, that does not inspire me. That just makes me want to shake their head and scream at them because nobody looks like that. Nobody. So whenever you are doing this, just know that you just need to be you. That's all. You need to be you and you need to be real. On the flip side of that, you also need to be leading by example. So I am all about, if you're having a cheat meal, show everybody. Who cares? You know, we're human. We indulge from time to time, but don't let that be how you live your entire life. We are promoting healthy living. So if you're promoting this and you're eating pizza for dinner every single night for 2 months on end, then who's going to come to you, right? So for me, when I just first signed up, I'm preaching healthy living, hashtag clean eating, and then secretly eating cookies every night. I was gaining and losing the same 5 pounds every single month. And whenever people are looking to invest time and money because they're investing that into you as their coach, then why would they trust me if I'm promoting all of these things that I say? Shakeology helps curb cravings, and it doesn't help curb my craving because I wasn't using it. Why would they ever want to invest their time and money into me? You need to earn that trust and you need to lead by example. So that is completely wrong. Fear of being the wrong size. You need to be you and you need to lead by example. Now, fear of failure. This, again, was really big for me. And there's a reason why personal development is one of our vital behaviors. And I think that's where we struggle, probably as women, probably as moms, probably as daughters, wives, whatever it is. We struggle with personal development a lot. And we tend to put ourselves at the very bottom of the totem pole. We come very last. So personal development helps develop good habits, ways to deal with stress, fear, communication, and self-worth. Now, I'm going to get a little bit of tough love. Like Ashley says, tough love, drop the hammer. You are in control of yourself and your business. Only you. You have the ability to do whatever you want with yourself and with your business, but you have to put in that work. And if it's not being successful, if you're not being successful, what are you doing daily, consistently to change that? That's where you hop on team calls. That's where you get on national wake-up calls. That's where you reach out. You find all of these resources. There's YouTube videos. Get a personal development, even if it's 5 to 10 minutes a day. You guys, honestly, listening to personal development and building myself up, knowing that I am worth it. I am worth wanting more for my life. My dreams are my dreams for a reason, and I am worth going after them. That has been huge for me. So stop letting that fear of failing get in the way. Listen to personal development. We have in the team Facebook page files of the personal development that we've read. And I also have a long list that I'm working through right now that I would love to share. Another one is fear of being judged. I'm going to share one of my favorite quotes with you. Other people's opinion of you is none of your business. That is like huge. And it just clicked in my head just like the past month that what other people think about me is none of my business. So a little story. When I first signed up with Beachbody, and people would ask me what my job was, I was very, very embarrassed to say Beachbody coach. The reason being that when people hear Beachbody coach, they automatically think network marketer, this girl is trying to sell me on something. She's probably going to send me her product website. She's probably going to push all of these things on me, and I don't want to hear that. So when I would tell my friends and family, I would be like, yeah, I'm a Beachbody coach. Yeah, like I help people change their lives. Like, I mean, a little bit embarrassed, honestly. But when I realized that that's, first of all, that's not how I run my business. I am not going to be one of those pushy people who's like, here, buy this, here's my website. No, I honestly believe that we are changing people's lives because I know what it's done for me. A little background on me, I lost over 50 pounds in 1 year with Shakeology, the workout programs, and the nutrition plan. And now, having said that, having gone through this, I want to shout it from the rooftop that, like, I want to shake my friends and family and be like, stop wasting your money on all this crap. This isn't going to work for you. I have the answer. I know no, I'm just kidding. But I just want to share everything because this has changed my entire life. So stop being embarrassed by that. Stop being afraid and stop fearing what other people are going to think about you. Because regardless, even if you are the most successful person ever, if you are the top coach in Beachbody, I guarantee somebody's going to be thinking something negative about you. Guarantee that, because that's just how it goes. Okay? Also, get outside of your comfort zone. This is completely outside of my comfort zone. I don't know if you can tell, but I am not used to this at all. My hands are shaking right now, but I am getting outside of my comfort zone, and I am not settling for less than my best. If your very best is reaching out and connecting to one woman per month, then you need to do that every single month. But if your very best, if you know I can reach 20, 30, 40, 50 women in a month, they might all say no, but I'm going to reach out to them, then stop settling for 5 or 6 people talking to. You know what your very best is. Our best is completely different, but only you can know. And stop settling for less, because if you want to hit those big, scary goals, settling for less is not going to get you there. You need to go all in. So, like Ashley had mentioned, I have almost been a coach for 3 years. It's going to be 3 in April, I think. But this has been like a roller coaster, to say the least. I have been like up and down. I've been riding that struggle bus hard. And I almost, this past few months, I had thought about quitting. And that was something I really took some time to reflect on, because I just didn't know if I had it in me. I felt like I lost my passion. I felt like I had nothing left to give. And had I given up when things got tough, I wouldn't be where I am today. And like she mentioned, for the first time ever, I'm at Success Club 20, which, you guys, that's never happened. Let me tell you, like, Success Club, I think 12 maybe was my highest ever. And just like 3 weeks of deciding to go all in, I hit Success Club 20, which was like completely crazy to me. And tomorrow I'm getting the biggest paycheck that I've ever gotten from Beachbody, which again is crazy to me. But I want you to know it's not about the numbers. It's not about the paycheck. It's not about hitting Success Club 20. Those are great. Those are awesome things. But if I had quit when things got hard, I wouldn't have been able to help those 10 women. If I had quit when things, what am I doing? Gosh, get together. If I had quit when things got hard, I wouldn't have 22 women in my group right now who are actually messaging me right now and sharing their breakthroughs, their non-scale victories, their habits that they're creating and turning into a lifestyle. I would never have gotten any of those things if I had quit and not gone all in. My life has completely changed. Just in a month, it's completely changed. And I'm not saying it's easy. It's hard work every single day. There are days where I'm just like, gosh, dang it. I wish people would just come to me and just be like, hey, let me join your group. I want to be a coach. Let me build a business under you. Like, perfect. But that's not how it's always going to be. And I know that in my head and my heart. I'm just like, gosh, dang it. But that's what it all is. That's what going all in is. Knowing that it's going to be tough, knowing it's going to be hard, but willing to put in the work anyway, because the reward outweighs the risk in my head. So you decide what going all in looks to you, and what could happen if you do go all in, because my life, my family's life, my challengers' lives have been completely changed because I went all in. So I hope I got through that pretty quickly. I hope I spoke slowly enough so y'all could hear me. That's all I have, though.
I'm going to touch on a couple points and then I'll open it up to questions. And this is what happens. It's like, oh, I want to talk about that. And then I don't write down what I want to talk about. So one of the things that Ashley talked about is being vulnerable. We're going to go with it. I have to say it very slowly. Emily's not impressed. She has the not impressed look on her face. And sometimes we tend to put up those perfect pictures where we angle the right way so we don't show things. I know Tatiana saw my picture. She commented on it. I posted a very unflattering picture of me today on Facebook. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to post it on Instagram. And so I posted it on Instagram. Mind you, usually on Instagram, on a picture, I get about 100 to 150 likes. I have gotten nearly 650 likes on this photo and more comments than I've ever gotten. And it's because I was real, honest, and vulnerable with people. I was not that I'm perfect and I eat amazing and I'm super fit. Like, it was like, no, here's my flub hanging over and me looking very dripping with sweat. That's what people want to see. They don't want to see a perfect person. They want to see when you're raw and your vulnerable moments. And then the other thing I wanted to touch base on is Ashley had talked about like how this has changed even in just a short amount of time. And if you didn't watch my live call, live video in the team page, I talked about it, but making that decision to go all in can really impact your life in more ways than you think. And Emily talked about this on a call a couple weeks ago. Going all in doesn't mean that you're spending 24 hours a day on your business. Going all in means you're making that mental shift, that you're not settling for less, that you're not going to give up when things get hard, that you're not going to be like, oh, it's okay if I didn't hit Success Club. No, you're going to hit Success Club, whether it's Success Club 2 or Success Club 6, or oh, it's okay if I skipped a workout or I don't follow the calendar. No, you're going to show up and you're going to do it anyways. And that happened to me at Summit, the first Summit I went to, and I decided to go all in. And within a year, I went from making $6,000 to $40,000 because I went all in with my business. And like Ashley said, it's not about the numbers. It's not about how many Success Club points you hit or how many coaches you add to your team. But when you go all in and you make that mental shift, those things happen because you went all in, because you made that shift. Those are a direct reflection of you going all in. So I think sometimes we need to get out of our own head. And that's why this year, instead of settling and be like, no, you know what? I've been in this business for 5 years. Our team can't be elite. It can't happen. No, it can happen. Who cares if we've been a team for 5 years? Who cares if it's nearly impossible to hit elite for the first time after 5 years? We're going all in. We're going in all in our business and we're making it happen every single day. So those were some of my tidbits that I took away. Does anybody have any questions for Ashley or have any takeaways that you want to share about whether you're a new coach or you're a veteran coach? Anything whatsoever. It's only 9:20, guys. We still have like 20 minutes together if anybody has anything.
Ashley, what activities?
Which Ashley?
Yeah, not at Baerwald. Okay. What activities did you start doing that you, so right, you had this shift. You just back to posting on social media, back to sharing back to inviting, like what is it that you did that these people can actually take action on and do?
So yeah, I had always been consistent in my workouts even when I wasn't holding challenge groups. So when people started realizing that I actually had my own results and I was helping and I was inviting to a challenge group, they're like, oh my gosh, she actually lost 50 pounds from this. So she must have something that, works for her. So, I mean, holding accountability groups is a huge, huge, huge thing. Like that is all of my people, they're in my accountability group right now. And again, people, they might not sign up as coaches right away, but already I have at least 3 women right now who I'm like, oh my gosh, you're basically like coaching this entire group. Like you should do this. But holding accountability groups every single month is huge. inviting people just one-on-one. Also, don't be like a creepy person who's like, hey, I've never spoken to you my entire life, but do you want to join my accountability group? Be genuine. And I know we always say that, like, build relationships. And I was always like, gosh, like, what does that even mean? Like, tell me what to say to people so I can like build relationships. But you got to find what works for you. And you just got to find people. Ashley says it all the time. Find people who you have stuff in common with. I have a lot of military spouses in there because that's what I am. I have a lot of dog moms. I have some grandmas in there, but I don't have anything in common with, but we all love fitness and stuff. So accountability groups and personal development, honestly, that is like what changed it for me. I was very scared of what people would think about me. And I thought, like, honestly, I've had a couple of friends who have stopped following me on Instagram, and that was like a huge blow to me because I was like, okay, my own personal friends that I have in real life aren't supporting me in this. So that like caused me to like take a step back and be like, wow, is this like something I actually want to do? But you just got to go all in. Stop being scared of what other people are going to say because that's not going to be helpful at all. So accountability groups, personal development, yeah, that's pretty much it. And building relationships, being genuine. I'm sorry, I wasn't prepared for that question, so I don't know, but I hope that helped.
And I will say one thing with Ashley is, like she said, she was consistent with posting her workouts every single day. Like, she literally still posted even when she wasn't working the business. And I talk about this all the time, guys, but consistency is where it is. So even if you have to take a step away for a week or for a month from the business aspect, you still need to be sharing your workouts because that's where you build people's trust. And Ashley's had phenomenal results, and that doesn't mean that you can't be successful if you haven't had this huge transformation. But if you're doing a program, do a program. Like, follow the meal plan. If you have to modify it to follow it, that's fine. So I'm doing 80-day obsession, and the time nutrition, it does not work for me. I do intermittent fasting. That works for me, and I'm still using the containers, and I share that with people, but I'm still following the containers. I'm still following the workout calendar. But when you do a program, you have to do a program. Don't just go through the motions like Ashley talked about. Like, you can't work out and then eat pizza every single night. Like, it's okay every once in a while. But if you want other people to join you and follow in your footsteps, you got to lead that example, and you have to show them that it can work, that it is possible. So being proof of the product, it's huge, guys. It's huge. Ashley, I know you're reading a personal development book right now that you absolutely love. Can you talk a little bit about that? Because I know that you're posting about it all the time.
Yeah, so the book that like changed everything for me, you guys, like, run to Target or buy it on Audible. It's amazing. It's called Girl Wash Your Face, by Rachel Hollis. She is like, literally, her and I would be best friends if we actually knew each other in real life because everything she's saying is like, well, I'm saying it in my head as she's saying it to me because I listened to her on Audible. But this is honestly like what changed my entire life. She talks about she talks about everything. She talks about how she met her husband, how, he treated her like crap in the very beginning and, how they're all embarrassed about that. She's a mom. She talks about that. She built a social media company from the ground up. She has a podcast called Days, D-A-I-S. It's free in the podcast app. But she just talks about how you are in control of your own life. And if you're not happy, do something to change that. And she's all about being an entrepreneur. If you're a mom, she is the first one to tell you that she makes it work being a mom and running like a mobile business. She has a nanny that she's not embarrassed to say that she has working with her and her kids. And she is just like an extreme person. And she is like so passionate about sharing her life. She's religious. So I don't know if you're not into that, then you might want to skip on by this. That's not like the main focus of the book though, but she just talks about taking control of your life, knowing who you are, and going after your passion with everything that you have, because you are worth wanting more and you can go after your dreams. Also, another thing, she talks about promises and how we should never break a promise to ourselves. So that should be like the number one thing. If you promise yourself that you are going to go all in, then you need to go all the freak in, all the way in. So like even in your workouts, if you say, I'm going to commit to 80-day obsession, which when I first started 80-day obsession, I was like, if I miss, I miss. If I cheat, I cheat. But now I'm like, I made a promise to myself that for once in my entire life, I'm going to follow a program to a T, stick with it. And that's what I'm doing. And people are seeing that I'm not missing. I'm not gonna, another thing, I know I'm like freaking ADD, but you need to earn their trust. That's another thing. Earning their trust is a big thing. People, they're investing time and money into you as a coach. So you need to make sure that when they are doing that you're earning that trust that they're putting into you. That is a big responsibility. You need to make sure that you're not just gonna leave them hanging when things get tough. That was something that I struggled with majorly in the past. And so now I know that every single one of my challengers who signs on, I'm messaging them every single night, almost every night. I'm not that crazy. Almost every night saying, hey, I didn't see you. Did you get your workout in? Making sure that they're not giving up on themselves and earning that trust, because once that trust is broken, it's very hard to repair that. So Girl Wash Your Face by Rachel Hollis is amazing. I'm loving it.
So you said, how much of a religious book is it?
Not super religious. It's just like a little sprinkle of like faith and stuff in it, but like it's not Bible verses in your face or anything.
Okay.
So I mean, it's pretty good. I like it. I don't know if do you know Foodie Girl Fitness on Instagram? I don't even know her real name. She's listening to it. So
okay.
I mean, I don't think she's very religious, but she loves it. So
okay, because I was torn between that one and the Yourself book. So
yeah, I've heard that one too.
Perfect. Does anybody else have any questions? Anything that they, yeah, Olivia, do you need me to unmute you? Yeah, okay.
Okay, I signed up my first challenger like 2 weeks ago. I added her to the challenge group that me and Colleen are leading, and I was trying to engage her, and she left. I've messaged her, and she won't respond, and I'm not sure what to do.
So you're going to have people like that. I had a coach that literally just quit. She bought a challenge pack, signed up, was all in. I checked on her 3 different times. She never replied back to me. She read it and she quit. There's only so much that you can do when it comes to people like that. And what I recommend in another week, just be like, hey, I just want to check up on you and see how you're doing. And that's all you can do. And if you're doing that, you're doing your job as a coach, and that is on her at the end of the day. Maybe she wasn't ready to commit. Maybe whatever X, Y, and Z. But just do what you're supposed to do as a coach. Don't beat yourself up. It happens. It happens to me plenty of times.
Okay. She got bad for a year.
So yeah, and that's exactly
like,
keep
wow,
checking into
big commitment for.
Yep, I've had challengers that have dipped out of groups and then they come back and they're like, all right, I'm ready. And I have coaches on our team that have quit and signed up like 4 times. So just sometimes people aren't ready, and that's okay. Just check in on her once a month, and you know that you've done all you can do.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else have any other questions or anything else to add? No? All right. Emily? What?
I'm unmuting myself to tell you that Tatiana wants to say something.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, I'm like pointing down at her, but I realize that's not working.
No,
She's probably-
Tatiana's. Why won't it? It won't let me in. Okay, Tatiana, don't press anything. There you go. I think you unmuted you, and then I muted you, and then we were going in a repetitive cycle over and over.
Okay, yeah, and my phone's like about to die, so I didn't want to try and do something that would kill it. I just wanted to say that I actually had a prospect that was very similar to that, where I was talking with them. They were really engaged. They were practically like just going to jump in and go all in, her and her boyfriend. And then all of a sudden just like stopped communicating cold turkey. I followed up several times, didn't want to talk. So I got the vibe, obviously, that, you know, they just weren't interested or whatever happened. So I just sent them a message and I was like, look, I can tell that you know, you're not interested at the moment, and that's okay. I don't want you to feel like you can't talk to me or that you're pressured. I just want to check in and see how you're doing. I would like to maintain a friendship. And then that spurred conversation back again, because I feel like a lot of times, like, if you engage them, or if you were kind of in the process, or if you already signed them up and they were engaged, and then, you know, something happens and they don't want to be involved anymore for whatever reason, they kind of back out, and then they're scared to engage because they think you're going to be like jumping on them over it. So if you just kind of give them that comfort of like, hey, I'm not hounding you, I just want to maintain a relationship, I feel like that'll draw a lot of people back in to maintain conversation.
That's perfect. Thank you, Tatiana. And it's so true. Again, we're in the business of building relationships, and it tends to happen when you help people. And like I said, you're going to have coaches quit. You're going to have challengers quit. I've had coaches quit that are still some of my closest friends. And there's no hard feelings. Like, Beachbody wasn't for them, and that's okay. But we're still good friends, and we still talk every single day. So that's a good reminder, just to like let them know, like, hey, it's okay, but we're still friends and I'm still here for you. So maintaining that relationship, that's really, really important. Anything else? No? All right. Ashley, you did an amazing job. Thank you so much, guys. If you ever want to talk on a call, I accept. Just message me. My life is chaos almost all the time, and it's usually not till the day of the call that I'm prepping for a call. So anytime you want to do a call, just let me know. So I'm going to give you guys a call to action. I want you to post in the team page on your own, because we need some more engagement in there. I want you to post one takeaway you got from tonight's call. If you got more than one, that's totally okay. You can post as many as you want, but at least one. And I know who was on the call because I took a picture. 2, I want you to post what your current personal development book is. And 3, and the third is the optional one. If you've been kind of hesitant on that all-in mentality, and you've been holding yourself back, but now you're ready to make that all-in jump, I want you to make that commitment, but only make that commitment if you truly, sincerely mean it. Don't just make it because you think it's what I want to hear, or you think it's what you want. I want you to do it because you want to do it. Does that make sense, guys? Yeah, I only said that once on this call. Did I get a prize? I only said it once. So that's that, and I'll post mine too. All right, guys, you guys have a great night. I'll see you next week. We have our new coach call next week. Make sure your new coaches get on, and then sneak peek on Friday. So good night, guys.